a future shock from Hot Toys in Cara Dune? How about in the form of a prisoner Leia for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi? How about a giveaway from the Dark Jedi every single week during the month of November? Is it possible? All you have to do is believe and actually also subscribe to 6 Scale Cantina. Is all you have to do for a Cara Dune and a prisoner Leia from Hot Toys is wish upon a star? Just like Disney says? And what about the primary and secondary market? Are things finally starting to pick up? Are some of these exclusives going for over $1,000? Listen, one thing I know that's going really, really well is this special wizard blend right here, baby. Wizard potion juice, whatever the heck you want to call it. Well, let's go ahead and dive into all this right now. And welcome everyone to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. So yes, you heard right. Every week during the month of November, this Dark Jedi right here is going to be giving away figures every single week. More to come on that later in the show. I'll tell you what the goods are. I'll show you what the goods are. But every single week. 6 Scale Raw is now going to start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Not 8:15, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. The show goes to 10:15. Somewhere between 10 o'clock and 10:15, I'm going to be giving it away every single week. It's going to be using a program that searches for subscribers. So you got to be subscribed. So subscribe right now because I'm going to be giving away the goods. You miss on it one week, you get to try the next week. You miss on it that week, you get to try the week after. You miss on it that week, you get to try it the week after that. It's Thanksgiving, the month of November. The Dark Jedi is in a giving mood. The economy sucks. Okay? It's hard to get any of these figures. It's hard to buy eggs. It's hard to put gas in our tank. It's hard to buy a quart of half and half. It's hard to buy spotchka. It's hard to buy all these figures, which some of us try to keep up with all these bigger collectors and all that kind of nonsense. I'm going to be giving stuff away. My collection's going to go down. So your collection could go up, baby. Subscribe, because that's what you got to do. Start doing it now. It starts in November. You got to be tuned in during Raw, or I'm not going to give it away. You got to be in the thing, and you got to be looking for it between 10 and 10:15 p.m. So stay tuned. Forget about Monday Night Football or anything else. Watch 6 Scale Raw. All right. Money talks. BS. Walks. And what about Gina Carano and Cara Dune? What about Carrie Fisher and the character of Prisoner Leia, that portrayal of Leia in Return of the Jedi? Is that coming from Hot Toys? Do I have some insight on that? We're going to look at that later in the show. How does that tie into the market, though? How does the market have anything to do or have any bearing or would have any influence on either one of those controversial, supposedly controversial figures? Notice I'm saying figures coming out. Not figures of these actresses themselves, but figures of these characters that have been on screen. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. How's the market doing? We're going to go ahead and take a look at it right now. And one of the things that's very, very telling, as I pull this up onto the screen, is any of the figures, or many of the figures that we say, that go on wait list well before they're due to come out, and there's just not a lot of copies, which is evident. This is the cause and effect. $405 for this RoboCop. MMS 669. Outstanding seller, 129,084 feedback. $405. What is this? Count Dooku? Is this the DX Jack Sparrow or the either one of them, or the DX Joker Jack Nicholson version? What is this, Director Krennic? $405 already? This is what happens. This is how you combat what I feel that is going on right now, or what we're trying to come out of. This is how you combat market saturation. Right now, with many collectibles and many things, actually, many things right now, you're dealing with market saturation. Market saturation because not enough people have expendable income like they once had to be able to get the things and enjoy the things they once did. And there's only so much money to go around, and it's going to go here, it's going to go there. And many companies are adjusting right now to the newness of the market and this global economy to be able to adjust. And one of the ways that you battle market saturation is with innovation, which you're seeing, for instance, with Hot Toys, since we collect Hot Toys. You're seeing innovation just from a creative standpoint. These head sculpts that are coming out are like none I've never seen before. You could talk all we want about the Scarlet Witch artisan, about the Anakin artisan, about the Heath Ledger Joker artisan figures, and those act like they're next level. But even when it doesn't have the hair, like that Hera is absolutely unbelievable. It's unbelievable, like that Fennec Shand that came out, a Ming-Na Wen likeness. Or the wrestler, Sasha Banks, for Casca Reeves that came out this year. It is hitting levels like I've never before seen. And that is part of the ways that you battle the market saturation. Another ways that you battle it is through other forms of innovation, like with this artisan wool-rooted hair technology and some of the clothing and accessories that these figures are coming with these bases that no longer have the two footprints in the sand, but some of them that are coming with lighting features that go ahead and light up. Some of them are rounded. Some of them look magnificent. Some of them look just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Through those forms of types of innovations is how you battle market saturation. Another way you battle market saturation is through lower supply, because lower supply equals higher demand. If it's harder to get, you play hard to get. It's interesting. Oh, that's hard to get. I'm interested. I'm kind of hinting towards it. It's like dangling a carrot. Something's too easily obtainable. Something's oversaturated. Something's bloated in the market. Sometimes it just blows up and bursts. That's what you're dealing with right now. And one of the ways that you get around it, and one of the ways that you battle it, and one of the ways that you come out of it is putting out stuff like this. Look, this isn't even exclusive. Okay? But in a way it is. And the way that I believe that it is exclusive is the fact that this went on waitlist so early, and it was up on pre-order, and you couldn't get it. And they left it up in pre-order month after month after month, and you still couldn't get it. It was obvious that they were coming out with a limited amount. They didn't even need to tell you the obvious. They could actually they should call this a series of obviously limited production releases, but they're not telling you. It's actually going pretty well if they actually tagline it. Obviously, quote, obviously limited production releases. And this is what's going on. And even when they go ahead and they number these, like the quarter scale, golden armor Iron Man that they put out with, that they just put out, what, about a month and a half ago? That's serialized to 300 pieces. That's great. That's great. Obviously, that's limited. Or the Warner Brothers 100 Wonder Woman that they just put out with that has the artisan hair. Or the this artisan Scarlet Witch was limited to 2,500. There's so many limited ones this year. And I understand that, we want to go ahead and serialize these because that could prevent a counterfeit. To an extent, it can. No matter how good technology is, you could always spot a good counterfeit. It's really going to take a lot of work to be able to spot that. One of the things you could do to stop that is you can stop buying from sellers you don't know, or sellers without a reputation, or everything where buying it where it's really not licensed to buy. That can really help you. If you're going to buy it from, let's say, a licensed distributor from Sideshow, then you're safe. Then you know you're getting the real thing. And I'll just go ahead and say that. Anyway. Yeah? Look at this right here. What is the opposite of this? This. From an outstanding seller with now 1,795 feedback. Oh, 100% positive. Hulk Wars Toys, his name is Ray. I buy from him. He double boxes. He gives you a couple stickers. He gives you a comic. Stands by his products. And still with this, $164.29. This is going the opposite way of the RoboCop. Why? Because it's available. And whoever was going to get this figure at the immediate moment, where this hobby is at the immediate moment, where this economy is at this current state, the juice has been mostly squeezed. And this is where you're at. And this is part of the market saturation. It's very evident. I could go over this over and over and show you data after data, but this is exactly what is going on. That is the opposite of what is going on. There's too many of them, and there's too many figures, and not enough horses have joined the race yet. But they will. They always will. And this economy will turn around when it does. And more of these collectors will come in. And we haven't seen the last Marvel movie. And we haven't seen the last Marvel show. We got Loki going on right now. Another Loki show going on right now. And in terms of Star Wars, there hasn't been a Star Wars movie in, gosh, how long? And it's remarkable how big Star Wars is with just television shows. There hasn't been a Star Wars movie since Rise of Skywalker. But you not only got one, you not only got two, but you got 3 Star Wars films that are going to be coming out very, very quickly, baby. And the writer's strike is over. It is gone. And you're getting those 3 movies that are going to be coming. And then you're going to see cause and effect like this. Here's a figure that wasn't selling as good as it is now. Because it was available like that Sylvie for forever and a day. Forever and a day it was available. Gosh, how long did you have opportunity to get this DX19 Batman? And look, this is an outstanding seller, but just only 17 feedback, so not a massive degree of confidence when you're talking about giving somebody over $300. But when you add in the shipping, $30.10, this is well over retail at $310, not including the taxes. And if this seller had higher feedback, this would go for more. Just this went on waitlist over a couple weeks ago. And I've told people about this particular figure. I said, I don't care how long it sits in stock. I don't care how many copies they made out of it. This is a future grail. It's a DX. It's a Christian Bale. No rhyme intended. And you're starting to see that. We've seen that before. Sometimes it takes years for some of the previous Hot Toys figures to be able to mature and get their value. So as I've said before, and this one is starting to increase, I'm seeing it all over the place. When people ask me, should I buy figures that are on sale at some of these online retailers? Should I buy some of these figures when I have a deal? My question to them is, do you have the money? Yes. Okay, you have the money. Do you really, really want it? I really, really do. It's a bargain. And I've wanted it, and I can afford. Well, go get it, because this is a very unique time. But will it go tank in value? Some of them won't sell, like the old Russell Crowe Jarrell, which is an outstanding head sculpt of Russell Crowe. And they didn't make that many of them, actually. It just doesn't sell. Some of them don't sell. The, Captain Phasma from The Force Awakens doesn't sell. Doesn't sell. They sell like some of these. And they get Director Krennic. Didn't sell like that at first. It sold like under retail. Give it time, give it some years, it goes up. And that's the same thing that's happening here. Very, very unique time. If there's a figure that you want and you can get it at the bargain bin right now, if there's a figure that you absolutely need and you've got the money and you can get it at the bargain bin right now, that doesn't mean it's going to tank. That doesn't mean it's going to tank. And there's certain figures, even with limited production, even with low numbers, that they're just not going to come out with secondary versions that are going to help tank figures, like Captain Phasma. They will, but not right now. Okay? Figures like that, like Jarrell, Russell Crowe from that Superman movie, with that actor that plays the Atom. You know what I'm talking about. They're just not going to come out with that right now, even with limited runs. They're not going to have time for that. And so I'm saying, some of these figures, really good. This one here, forget about it. Christian Bale, Batman. You get an opportunity to get this right now for around this price. I would pick it up because it's only going to go higher. And then you're starting to see some figures that take a long time. This took a long time. This took a long time, ladies and gentlemen. And this is from an outstanding seller. We have 917 feedback. All 100% positive. 41 bids, $325, not including the $19 in mixed shipping. Not including taxes. Why so high? And why not as high during the Obi-Wan series, which got high ratings, by the way? Why is it taking this much time? Because it takes time. Because it takes time for some of these figures to mature. And as more and more collectors come in to this hobby, coming in the Star Wars, and as Star Wars continues to grow, this figure's demand will continue to increase and increase and increase and increase. But sometimes it takes a long time. So yes, even some of the ones in the bargain bin, it's like some of the ones that never went into the bargain bin. Like the Jarrell or whatever. That just happens sometimes. But if you really want to figure, some of these are going to go up. And this is the way of things and what you're seeing right here for sure. This figure right now, I'm starting to see it catch big steam. Big steam within the secondary market right now for sure. And honestly, some of these figures, like staying with Star Wars, are all within their market value. Are all within their market value. They're just on the low end right now because of this economy, some of them. Like this Obi-Wan. It's like, oh, Aries is going down. Only $550. Well, first I want to say to you, only $550? Again, Hawk Wars Toys. Again, 5 away from 1,800 feedback, all positive. Just sold, not even a best offer. Yeah, but this is on the low end. So, if the market value is about $625, this is sometimes going to sell $475. That means sometimes it's going to sell $725, $750. An average is an average. This is within the average. And you're seeing it. And this is used. Not even new. And the same thing with Darkseid Anakin. Ares, I see this going down. What do you mean you see it going down? Market value is about $800. This is $125 down with the $25 in shipping, not including taxes. Pretty close. Sometimes it goes for $875, $900. Ares is going up. Not really. It's within the average. It's about $800. That's what it's going for. Economy dips up and down. You get Darkseid Anakin coming up with another show. You get something coming up over here. You start getting some of these movies, bada boom, bada bing, stuff like that. Now, if these movies go like The Last Jedi, that's going to be a different story because everything tanked. But the one reason why I know that these movies aren't going to go the way of The Last Jedi is they would never do what they did to Luke again. So I don't think Star Wars fans have anything to worry about because that will never happen. At least again. So we're safe. We're safe. But yeah, that's what's going on in the secondary market. You're getting these figures. Any of your grails right now, you can get them. If you think $100 off, there's ebbs and flows. Keep an eye on it. But that's how this stuff goes, and what you're seeing. Look at this. And I've told you this before. And as I bring up the Scarlet Witch from WandaVision, let me say this, baby. Hot Toys Wizard, be careful when you bet against him. And why shouldn't you bet against the Hot Toys Wizard? Look, I've been telling you that possibly one of the artisans that are going to be coming out quickly is Anne Hathaway from the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. And the argument against that is, well, that figure's up on pre-order. Well, you got one of these up on pre-order too. That's on waitlist now, I believe. Which is the one from, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. I still think you can get it in some comic shops, possibly. But you can't get it at Sideshow. You can probably get it at some other comic shops until they run out of it. This one is available in stock. And I go by trends, baby, not my feelings. I do trust my instinct feelings, but not my feelings of what I would want or not. I go with the trends. The trends show that Hot Toys is doing this. So, if the trends point to this with this figure, Anne Hathaway is absolutely, in my view, coming. The trends point to it. And it doesn't matter if that stays up on pre-order for 10 more years. Or if it stays in stock for how long? 10 years. They're going to come out with it. So, be careful when you bet against the Hot Toys Wizard. Because the Hot Toys Wizard bases many of his predictions on data. The rest of it from seeing into the future. From the Wizards. Crystal McBall. For sure. Just saying. Just saying. I would get your head out of the sand in using any type of sense like that to be able to predict what they're going to do. Matter of fact, think the opposite, and that's probably what they're going to do. Which brings me to this. How is everything that I've told you going to go ahead and give us a Gina Carano? A Gina Carano version of Cara Dune. And I will tell you that right now, I think that this would be coming from Hot Toys. If you go to Disney and you go to StarWars.com, this character is still up, Cara Dune. right up in the likeness. It's not even a cartoon. It's not some kind of rendering. It's not some drawing. Right in here, Cara Dune, that you could go ahead and take a look at right at StarWars.com. Why is this still available? Why can you see this? And why couldn't they come out with this character? Why couldn't they come out with this character in a 2-pack with this character? And I think that there's some misconceptions. We're not coming out. Whatever your feelings are, and I'm not getting it into here, you'll never know what my opinion is of any of these, what these actors do off on the side. I'm talking about the character. To celebrate these two characters, which is Cara Dune and Grief Karga from The Mandalorian, and put this out, is this something that, Fox News or CNN's going to be upset about? Why? Because if they are going to be upset about, this should be eliminated. You shouldn't be able to get this from The Mandalorian season 1 or 2. They should strike it. They should strike it from the website. That stuff's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And really, I mean, while people care, obviously, with what these actors and what these actresses do in their off time, and I'm not getting into that, I don't even know if this is relevant anymore with this character. If Hot Toys, I mean, what's Hot Toys? Comes out with a 2-pack to celebrate these two and the Rangers? Why couldn't they put this out? And honestly, if you didn't want to buy it, you don't have to buy it. Kind of like that Batman exclusive. If you don't want to buy the Ezra Miller Flash 2 versions of that, by the way, don't fracking buy it. You don't have to. And I'll be honest with you. Who cares what my opinion of Harrison Ford is? And I understand what he did on that night show with destroying his figure and the Hot Toys figure. But he portrayed Han Solo. They're not going to strike all the clips of Han Solo from A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, are they? You going to have your cake and eat it too? They can absolutely come out with this. And if you put out a 2-pack like this, who's going to complain about it? It's up on the website. And money talks. And some people want to complete their collections. Like this. Pulling this up onto the screen right now. Here's something also very, very telling as I pull this up. You could go to that same website owned by Disney, StarWars.com, and you could look through the various different posters. And look, when you see the Return of the Jedi poster, look what's front and center. Right above Return of the Jedi, Carrie Fisher in her Prisoner Leia outfit. Why? Why is this allowed on StarWars.com? Oh, let's click on it. Maybe it's just a mistake that they made. And let's continue to scroll down on it. Well, looks like no mistake. Looks like it's right there. There she is. Let's blow it up more. Move it to the center so I can get it on my screen. There she is. Why? How is this possible? I thought that they're never going to do this. Really? Are they going to cut it from the movie? Are they going to cut it from the poster? They're not going to come out with this? For the 40th anniversary for Return of the Jedi, they wouldn't give you an artisan version of this particular character? Is this going to make it on Fox News if they come out with this figure? Is this going to make it on CNN, C-SPAN? Is this some type of thing I don't understand? The answer is no. They're going to strike it from Return of the Jedi? They're going to remove that first quarter of the movie? No. All it's going to talk about is you. On every channel. And they could easily come out with this figure in a complete deluxe form or artisan form. She could come completely clothed, just like that. That you could take your Clone Wars Maul, and you could derobe him, de-shirt him, whatever it is, and he has all the tattoos all over his chest. They could do the same thing here. She could come completely clothed, and have the option, if you want to take the top off or take this on and put this little accessory there, that you could put that on, and you could put whatever you want on the art box or this and that. Could still come with the option. You could put on the head sculpt. Doesn't even have to come with this head sculpt attached, McBabies. There's 8 million different ways. That's an exaggeration, but 8 million different ways that you could put this out. But of course, it's not going to come out, right? Just like because they have a couple of Scarlet Witches there, they're not going to put it on. They just won't do it. This is the channel you want to subscribe to, baby. This is where your dreams come true. This is where you wish upon a star. Yeah, money talks too. This is big money here. This is big money. And this would do super, super well. It really, really would. Pause. This wizard juice. The midi-chlorian count is off the big charts. Yeah. Yeah. It's on StarWars.com. It's on StarWars.com. It's on StarWars.com. Disney owns this. Why is this there? Why can't they come out with a figure? This is coming. So is the Cara Dune. A lot of time has blown by, actually, with that. Again, it's not about Gina Carano. It's not about Ezra Miller. It's not about this one or that one. It's about the character. And certainly when something big, controversial comes out, I guess they don't do it at first. But really, now at this point, I mean, just about the character. Again, 2-pack of that. Grief Karga, Cara Dune, give it to me. This as an option. Take the Endor outfit on, put this on, it's underneath it. There's many, many ways to go ahead and make this happen. Many ways to make it happen. Okay. Subscribe for November giveaways. I'm giving away something every week. Again, I'll show you what they are now. So don't go nowhere. Every week during the month of November during 6 Scale Raw. You got to be tuned in. If you're not tuned in, when I draw your name, you don't get it. If you're not subscribed, you're not going to get it. So subscribe right now and get ready for it. Week 1, remember, 8:30 p.m. Eastern is when this starts now. So that means tomorrow when I go 6 Scale Raw, it started at 8:30. I'm going to go to 10:15. But you got to stay tuned in. I'm going to do the giveaway some turn of time between 10 and 10:15. You got to be tuned in. Again, I don't care about Monday Night Football or whatever other shows out there. Tuned in to 6 Scale Raw. One of the ones I'm going to give away. Here you go, baby. This Stormtrooper Squad Leader. From my collection. Little help from the Hot Toys Wizard. This is all my stuff. Also from my collection, sponsored by me. Sponsored by 6 Scale Cantina. Look, nobody has money for this stuff. I mean, gosh, everything's kind of down. So I'm going to go ahead and give to you because someone's got to give us stuff, right? Here you go. Deluxe. Odd Solo. It's going to be somebody's. Won't be mine no more. As we all struggle for the collection, I'm always inspiring you. It doesn't matter how big your collection is. It doesn't matter how big your collection is to be worthy to be able to talk about figures. So as my collection goes down, yours goes up, baby. Because this will bring it down. Here you go. Gonna give this awesome. This one kind of hurts, but you know, I would have given mood, and I'm gonna get the new Moff Gideon for sure. But I'm gonna give that away too. Yep, that's another one. I'm also gonna give away a Jedi and Sith package, which will have a Hot Toys Coast Baby with it. Besides the I'll show you that in a minute. This is gonna be a Sith and Jedi package of stuff that's pretty rare. like the Star Wars Celebration from Hasbro 3 that still works in the package. Yeah, baby. Still works, still has the electronics on the back. You get this, but that's not all. You get, oh, this Revenge of the Sith Target exclusive. Remember these 3 3/4 figures from Revenge of the Sith? They're going to give you that too. Still in the package. So you get a couple of Siths. Let's stay with the Sith. So I'm going to give you this exclusive. This is worth some bucks. Darth Maul 20th Anniversary Phantom Menace from the Black Series. Yeah, from my collection. Nice. You're going to get it. Mint on the card. You're going to get all these Sith. Oh, and I told you Coast Baby. This one's not as much as that Maul's pretty. But this one's pretty good too. Here you go. Jedi. Luke, Grogu, R2, Coast Baby, Hot Toys. You get that all in one package. Someone's going to win that as well. Let's put all this stuff right over here so I don't hurt it. Again, all you got to do to be able to win these, every week will be a new one. All you got to do is subscribe to 6 Scale Cantina. Okay, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And make sure you watch 6 Scale Raw every single Monday during November from 8:30 to 10:15 p.m. Eastern every single week. And there's one other thing you got to do. At least for the first giveaway, the first week of November, you got to comment on this video. You got to comment on this video. If it's a nasty comment, I'm deleting it. If it's derogatory, I'm deleting it. I don't even get past the first sentence anyway. I don't even know why some of you bother to do that. Delete, gone. But if you want to put in a comment and comment on the video, that's how it's going to be drawn in correlation with your subscription. So go ahead and comment on this video so that when that first week in November comes around, that's what we're going to go ahead and use, is this video right here. Comment right here on this video and subscribe. That's what you got to do for that first giveaway on this one. Make sure you comment on this video here, and that'll be for the first giveaway. Would it be the Sith Jedi package I just showed you? Would it be for Moff Gideon? Will it be the Stormtrooper? Will it be the deluxe Han Solo from the Solo movie? I don't know which one's going to be first, but week after week, it'll be one or the other. Who knows? Is it possible I'll get froggy and give away my dark side Anakin? Would I give away my Jyn Erso? I'm in a giving mood. Subscribe. Comment on the video. 6 Scale Raw tomorrow. I'm not giving away anything then. Listen, I don't always... Oh, before I do that, before I do the whole gig here, before I do that, remember, join the channel if you want some interesting stuff. I just put out another video last week, and I got a very special for channel members only. Drunk on coffee, not for the public, but if you join the channel. And here's the banner. Drunk on coffee with the Dark Jedi, Hot Toys from the Crypt, and next up. Why would I think we'd be getting a Lucius Fox and a Ra's al Ghul from the Christopher Nolan trilogy? Do I somehow think that I have some inside information of how invested Howard Chan and Hot Toys are in that trilogy and how deep that license goes? You're going to want to subscribe. Not just subscribe, you're going to want to go ahead and join and be a channel member to find that out. And now is it the time, because more and more announcements but limited runs. Is it the time for Baze Malbus? Is it time maybe for not only the sculpted version but an artisan version as well? Same thing with Oscar Isaac. Could we be getting an artisan and a sculpted version of Poe Dameron? Are some of these figures going to be coming out of the crypt? And really, when you look at this really closely, notice what's going on with Anakin's eyes. That's dark side Anakin. Is the dark side Anakin coming very, very quickly And what are people going to think that pre-ordered that regular Artisan Anakin? Would this be another one of those figures that they would come out with, even with the regular Artisan version up on pre-order? Well, can't get it now, but you know what I mean. All you got to do is click on the little join button, and this will be coming out this week. Appreciate the support. I don't always drink wizard juice, but when I do, I do it right here at 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Versus